you can train only 2 hours and 15 minutes every week. And you can get stronger, leaner, and probably a little bit bigger too. Okay, so this is gonna be with reverse pyramid training. One of my favorite training methods. So this is gonna be 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 45 to 50 minutes a day, okay? 2 hours and 15 minutes a week, maybe 2 hours and a half. I'm gonna explain everything briefly. There's a couple of points I'm going to explain. And basically, this is gonna be 3 days a week, okay? We're gonna be working with compound basic exercises. So for Monday, it's gonna be deadlift. Wednesday is gonna be bench press. And Friday is gonna be squats. And we're only gonna be doing 2 or 3 working sets per exercise, okay? These exercises, they're always gonna stay the same. Maybe you can swap them. And then the second exercise, which is going to be 2 exercises every day, and then plus some accessory exercises if you want, is gonna be either overhead press for shoulders, okay? Barbell rows or weighted chin-ups. So you're gonna do deadlift, bench press, and squats, and then you're gonna choose which one you want to do in whatever day. Maybe your gym, you wanna do barbell rows, you don't have space, it's occupied or whatever, so you can choose between these 3. Maybe your preference, maybe you're tired one day to do weighted chin-ups, so you can do row, it's easier for you, or whatever, okay? And accessories is gonna be bicep, tricep, calves. You can do them in a superset, 3 set, all of them together, only 2 sets, 10 reps. And now I'm gonna explain everything about the training program if you want it to work, okay? The first thing, this is better to use it when you're cutting, okay? I'm gonna explain what you can do if you wanna bulk on this program, something that we can modify. The first thing is this is going to be 10 to 20% of a calorie deficit, not too aggressive, okay? So you can actually get leaner, but even being on a deficit, you're gonna get stronger if you do this right. The second point, and the most important probably, is gonna be intensity, okay? We're gonna get as close as we can to failure, not to failure, but as close as we can. So that's why I put as many reps as possible. As close as you can to failure, basically, okay? I don't want you to fail. I don't want the bar, I don't want you to be doing squats and fail and you hurt yourself, but as many reps as possible. And now I'm going to explain the rep goal, okay? Repetition goal. So first, this is only 2 working sets. I'm gonna speak about the warm-up in a second. The sets are gonna be X, okay? So for Monday, I did all of them 6 reps. So the example is easier. We're gonna start with deadlifts, okay? The first working set, we're gonna do 6 reps. The second working set, we're gonna reduce 10% of the weight. So let's say I'm gonna do 100 kilos for the deadlift on the first working set. For the second one, I'm gonna reduce 10% of the weight, so I'm gonna be working with 90 kilograms. And I'm going to add, which I didn't put in here, 1 or 2 more reps. At least 1, 2 is alright. If you do 10 more, the weight is too light. If you can do only 3, it's too heavy. Okay? So again, for all of the exercises, repetition goal 6, then it needs to be minimum 6 for the first set, and the second one is gonna be at least 1 or 2 more reps, okay? Reduce 10% of the weight and do 1 or 2 more reps. Another example, bench press 3 for 6, that's the first one, okay? The second set is gonna be 10% less, okay, reducing the weight, 1 or 2 more reps, so 7 or 8. And the third set is gonna be 8 or 9 reps and also decreasing 10% again. Battery here just finished, so I'm gonna have to repeat all over again. Now it's working, okay. So I was here. Every week you need to be stronger, you need to be doing either, let's say 100 kilos for the deadlift, you need to be doing 100 kilos for 7 reps, so that means 1 more rep, 7 or 8 reps, or you need to be doing the same amount of reps with 2, 3, 4, 5 kilos more, okay? So either more weight or more reps with the same weight. Now the accessory exercises is gonna be, alright, you can do 2 sets of 10, like I said, 3 sets, like a little circuit with the 3 exercises for the 3 days, because we're already giving your body enough stimulus to gain muscle mass, gain strength, okay? If you're doing all of this as heavy as you can, as many reps as possible, close to failure, there's no point of doing 20 sets for biceps. Also, remember that we are on a cut, on a calorie deficit, 10 to 20%, maybe even higher. It really depends on what you want to do. Now, warm-up sets are going to be 2 to 4 sets. of warm-up before every main exercise. It really depends if you're injured, what's your strongest exercise. For me, for bench press, 2 sometimes is enough, 2 to 3 sets. Squats, 3 to 4 at least, maybe 5 some days. So for you or for whoever is going to do this program, it's going to be different probably. So you can do whatever is best for you. And what else? Yeah, this is going to be, let's say if we're going to start as an example with 100 kilos in every exercise, then the working sets, the warm-up, sorry, is going to be starting with the 40% of the weight that we're going to start. So that's 40 kilos to 70%, that's 70 kilos, okay? If I'm going to do 2 warm-up sets, the first one is going to be with 45 kilos, 45%, and the second is going to be with 55%, 50 or 55 kilos, okay? And that's going to apply for all the exercises for how many warm-up sets you're going to do, 2, 3, 4, is going to be between 40 and 70. The closer you get to the working weight, the lower the reps are going to be, okay? You don't want to get really fatigued. So you're going to be fresh for the main set. Also, if you are doing 5 sets of warm-up for the deadlift and then 2 working sets, you're not going to need to be doing for barbell row. Let's say you're going to choose barbell row, you're not going to have to do 4 sets of a warm-up. Maybe 1 is enough after doing the warm-up for deadlift, okay? And the same thing is going to apply for the other days. Now, 1.5 to 2 minutes rest on the warm-up sets and 3 to 5 minutes on the working sets. Remember, we need to rest as much as possible, not 10 minutes, okay? If you have the time, maybe do it, but 5 minutes should be enough. We need to push as hard as possible. Remember, we're going to be doing each exercise every 7 days, okay? Monday, we're only going to do this next Monday again, without counting with the accessories, which is alright, doesn't matter. Wednesday, Friday, all over again, 7 days, okay? So you need to push as hard as you can. Like seriously, if you don't do that, this program is worthless. It's about intensity, okay? And it really works because it gives me really good results when I do it, strictly, okay? 3 to 5 minute rest between the main exercises, sets. Now, the load week, every 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, it really depends how tired you are, how big of a calorie deficit you have, if your joints hurt, if you don't rest enough, you don't sleep at night, and you need more rest, you can do 1 deload week, which is going to be maybe completely rest, but since we're going to be working on only 3 days a week, maybe you can mix all of the exercises in 1 day and do that 1-2 days a week. Reduce 20%, 30% of the weight. It really depends on how you're feeling, or just completely do nothing, rest for the whole week. But I recommend doing at least 1 full body with all of this in 1 day. Reduce 20 or 30% of the weight and train as intense as you can with the reduction in weight, okay? Now, refeed. Once every 1, 2, 3 weeks. It really depends on your body fat, again, how big of a calorie deficit you have, what's your goal, etc. Okay? So usually once every week, once every 7 days. And I'm going to explain how you should do it, or how I do it for most people. Let's say right now, to maintain my body weight, I'm going to be eating 2,000 calories, which I'm not eating right now because I'm on a deficit. In my case, let's say I'm on 1,800 calories, which is 10% deficit. Not too aggressive, okay? That's why I keep gaining strength too. It's a little bit easier like that. On the refeed day, I'm gonna eat 20% more, 20% above my maintenance, okay? It's gonna be a calorie surplus for 1 day. So let's say 5 days a week or 6 days a week, I'm gonna be eating 1,800 calories in 1 day, which is gonna be Sunday, because I want to go out or whatever. And it's gonna be mostly from carbs. I'm gonna have a refeed and I'm gonna be eating 600 calories more. If the next day I don't feel like going to a deficit again, I can do 1 day at my maintenance weight, which is probably gonna go down every week, since I'm gonna be losing a little bit of fat, a little bit of weight, so you have to readjust your calories, which I use a calculator, which is Harris Benedict from It's the Best One, easy and very accurate. And now, what else do I have to say here? I think I don't forget anything. Well, yeah, also this, so you don't get, that's what I always say, okay? 80% of your food needs to come from good food sources, and 20% you can allow yourself to eat some junk so you don't have cravings, so you don't binge on the weekend and eat 10,000 calories of donuts and pizza. That's what I always say. And then in my opinion, the macros for this to work, since you are on a deficit, you need to focus on the protein, and it's gonna be from 35 to 50% protein. It really depends. If you're gonna be cutting on 4,000 calories, get closer to 35% protein. And if you're gonna be cutting on 1,800 calories, closer to 50, which is gonna give you around 2 to 3 grams of protein per kilogram of lean body mass without counting your fat, okay? It's gonna be around 2 to 3 grams of protein per kilo of lean body mass, which is every kilo is 2.2 pounds, right? That's the conversion. Carbs for performance, and just to have a little bit more of carbs, not too low, okay? You can enjoy your food and everything from 100 to 120, especially for performance, I say, before and after training, you can do that. And the fat is gonna be the rest of the calories, which is gonna account for 0.5 to 1% per kilo of body weight, okay? Also, if you wanna bulk, instead of being on a calorie deficit every day, you can do a lean bulk, okay? 300 calories extra every day, which is gonna be around 2,100 calories every week. And then if you're bulking with this program, you can modify it and you can add 1, 2 or 3 more working sets in each exercise. It really depends on how you feel, how much of a surplus you're gonna have. If you do what I say, like 300 calories, you can add 1 to 2 more working sets, maybe 3. It really depends if you're advanced, if you're a beginner, if you're intermediate, how tired you are, how you rest. There's a lot of things to take into account, okay? But definitely give it a try. Again, very important, intensity, failure, as many reps as possible. Always do the reps that you have to do with the weight. You can add some negative, I don't know if I said this before or in the other video. You can add some negative reps if you have a spotter, okay? Or some eccentric reps, as much of a stimulus that you can give. You have to give your body the biggest stimulus possible so you can keep on your lean body mass, okay? And keep losing your fat. So train as intense as you can. You're gonna be doing, again, each exercise, each compound exercise every 7 days. So you need to really push as hard as you can and basically do it. I get really good results when I do this. And I think that's it. So if you really like this video and you're gonna try it, you can ask me if you have any doubts, like, share it, subscribe, whatever. I'll see you in the next one because I'm gonna keep doing some more videos like that, okay?